Yeah.
Okay.
The pro tip stabbing of the bottle trick is definitely a clutch move.
Yeah, it's like an extra 3 drips in a 100 ml bottle. Like three, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah. When it comes down to it and push comes to shove and you just need those last couple toots. Yeah, that pro tip is a move. All right. Well, gents, let's not waste any time and dive into this episode of the Shedtime Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime Podcast.
And with the air horns, it's officially the start of another Shedtime Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are doing well. It's been an interesting week. Just had 420 go by, and I decided that the thing to do this year, since I didn't have to work, now that I'm not in the industry, was to do what got dubbed as the Dispo Dash. So we basically went like way north and started hitting dispensaries and just working our way back home. And I'll tell you what, we saw some pretty cool spots, dude. Saw some pretty cool spots. Specifically, the first one we went to is a spot called Campfire Cannabis. And their whole theme is that camping vibe and stuff. So it's like you walk in and they've got like little campsites and stuff with display products throughout it. Or like there's a spot that's like half of a like hippie van, and then there's more products being, displayed. And I was like, this is a really cool, unique way to present things.
Did you talk about that store before?
Yeah, somebody.
But you had not been there, I don't think.
Yeah, I was told about it, and I think I showed the pictures on the show. But yeah, I went and actually experienced it, and yeah, very, very cool. I dig it a lot. Lot of great deals. So your boy came home with a whole bunch of good shit. And honestly, one of the really exciting ones was going to check out the home of one of my favorite local brands that I couldn't get around the local area too often, which was Local Roots. I love these guys a lot. They grow completely organic flower, all living soil, and it's solid as hell. So I picked up an eighth of the Maya that they grow, and one of my favorites, which is Moose and Lobster. Yeah. Moose and Lobster.
Is it spelled lobster?
Lobster.
Or lobster?
Lobster.
Okay.
Lobsta.
I wasn't sure if that was like your accent, you were pushing it.
No. Moose and Lobster. And then you got, I went to different, like, both of these came from Local Roots. I grabbed some concentrate from them as well, but still in the flower category, I grabbed some River Valley Runts, which was, honestly, not the most flavorful, but definitely a great high. And the concentrate category, found some $35 live hash rosin as a 420 deal. So your boy had to scoop that. And this is another one of the Local Roots, and it's Soulmate. And this was run like 45 to 159 micron. So super, super fine mesh, getting that just quality trichomes to make this rosin. And whoo, yeah, total TAC was 85%. So it's a good spread. Almost 7.6% total terpenes. It runs the gamut.
That's very expensive. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of terps.
Yeah.
Then of course I had to grab some Tower 3 from a whole other shop that we were at one point. I found some. What was this one called? 3 Nights Pint. And this one's unique. Like when you smell it, you don't get like a whole lot on the nose, but once you dab it, it gets like super gassy and fruity. So
it's actually sweet, I'd say. And like I know that you and your wife would both enjoy going to the dispensaries, and I mean it is your guys' anniversary, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like you got a lot to be celebrating and enjoying, so that's pretty awesome.
The homies at Local Roots, with every purchase, they were hooking up customers with a little gift bag, right? So they gave you like this like reusable tote bag, and then in it they threw a little gift bag that had like some stickers, a pack of rolling papers, a little bit of candy, and then they threw this in. They were giving away a glass piece with every purchase, bro.
Dude, that seems like a really nice extra.
Yeah, like that was the best 420. This is the extra mile we're going of all the places we went. And I don't know if maybe it was like a first come, first serve, and because they were like one of the first places we hit, like we got in on the early bird special, if you will. But yeah, dude,
like the door crasher deal.
Yeah, I maybe, I don't know, but yeah, like little pack of branded rolling papers and stuff. Like, I love that little touch. But one of the shops that we stopped at, I found something wicked cool, and I've been saving myself to try it for this show because we talk about Mountain Dew quite a lot. Meet Buzz Mountain. So this is meant to be an infused version of a Mountain Dew. And I have yet to try one, so.
What color is it?
Oh, it's definitely the green color. It has the yellow 5 in it. And honestly, I mean, it tastes like your grocery store off-brand Mountain Dew.
I was going to say, does it taste like Mountain Lightning?
Yeah. It tastes like your, Walmart, grocery store, Shasta, whatever brand, off-brand you like to buy sometimes. Tastes like their version of a Mountain Dew. I'm not mad at that. For mixing it up, because, I've had these guys on the show before and done their orange soda and their ginger ale they've done. So when I saw this new one, I went, all right, we got to know. We got to know. At this point, I kind of do wish I had grabbed the cranberry one that the same company makes. But I had to get a couple of those orange sodas because orange soda's a fire.
I actually have a little, I don't know, it might be the same amount as a can, 355 milliliters. I don't know what that is in ounces. And 12. It's pretty good, dude. Is it 12?
Just a regular 12-ounce can.
Okay. All right. So it's that much volume, but in a bottle. So it looks really slim and fairly tall, I guess. But there's one in the fridge. I've had it there for 2.5 weeks. And every time I go to drink it, I'm like, yeah, but then you won't have any left. And somehow I've convinced myself not to drink it. So I'm like, yeah, you won't have any left if you drink that one.
You saving it for a special occasion?
Yeah, it'll be like my champagne moment.
I suppose, realistically, right? That's probably how we should treat soda instead of an everyday kind of a beverage for most people, but whatever, do you in the end of the day if it makes you happy. What has been making me happy was, of course, leading up to 420. You always got good deals in that category. And your boy joined the bag life by buying an Airizer. And I am very pleased with this purchase so far.
Does it operate the same? As
Yeah.
far as, like the
That's
bags and
I
stuff?
was going to say, is it anything close?
It's very, still food grade bag. It uses glass on glass as a mouthpiece.
Well, that's pretty sick. So you can actually just use that straight. Is that 10 millimeter?
Yeah. So if we had like a 10 millimeter rig here, we could.
Yeah, just straight to bag to bong.
Yeah. So basically,
Because my next question was going to be, could you hook up a fucking glacier tube to it? And looks like no.
doesn't mean that we can't get one that's made for this one.
No, that's why I was just curious.
Yeah.
Would that one work, or is there a
'Cause-
specific one made for that?
Yeah, because this is a an 18 millimeter female end
Mhm.
where the bowl is. So realistically, it would have to be just 18 millimeter with a 10 mil female on the top for these bags. But yeah, man, it performs real well, fully digital. Make sure I don't knock anything over with the cord as I pick this guy up. There we go. Yeah, fully digital display. So you have full, complete temperature control.
Definitely a smaller footprint.
You got bags or glass whip. So, fan power, I've got 3 different settings, so low, medium, high.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I dig that. Very nice with like the whip, because like you could turn it down if you want and just have that very light little bit of extra fan on it.
Yeah, that's one thing that I kind of wish I had for the Volcano, because like when I use the whip, I personally I don't like using the pump because it just forces too much too fast, and I feel like I can't get a good enough hit because like it's just fucking shooting vapor down my face. So I end up just using it without the pump, which still works, but I feel like I end up wasting a lot more material because it just sits there and cooks on top of the heating element in between each rip, compared to a bag where I'll fill up a bag, take the bowl off, let it chill, so it's not sitting there and continuously cooking in between bags, and I can get way more out of a bowl through bags than I can through the whip. At least that's, I don't know how true that is. That's just what I've found personally. Or it's what I think. I don't know. My brain's not really working.
I will say, I thought at first this is a bit of a gimmick, but it turns out to actually be really convenient, and that's that it comes with a remote control as well.
That's pretty slick.
And I'm like, at first I'm thinking like, that's just kind of gimmicky, right? Like, who's really going to be sitting across the room trying to control that? But no, where it really is convenient is like, you have to scroll through a menu on the device to access certain features, like your fan speed. Whereas having this, I can just immediately hit a button, turn the fan on, turn the fan off. That way I'm not just pushing out vapor when I take the bag off. And it's, it's been pretty clutch. I actually have run just a couple bags through this material. It's still got some life look in it from the looks of it. So I'm going to see what this third bag looks like. See how much vapor we actually get. I'm still starting to, get used to dialing in the temperature to get a satisfying vapor. But
Where do you have it set right now?
Right now it's at 423.
Yeah, I don't even go anywhere above 400.
Yeah.
The only time I go anything above 400 is if I've got some sort of concentrate or some infused flower that's got like, terpenes and concentrates and shit. Other than that, dude, 380's been my sweet spot for straight flower.
With this being a glass-on-glass fitting, the way it is, and it's having to heat the glass, like at 423, if I temp it with the temp gun, the glass right now is at 152 degrees. So, like, this isn't even going to be a milky bag because that glass hasn't even really warmed up yet.
Oh, dude, quick pro tip, dude. 'Cause this is something I've started doing with my bags. Stole it from the old Cloud Comp days. Purging, bro. Put your thing on there, let it heat up a little bit, and then before you go to fill your bag, turn your pump on for like a second or two until you see a good little burst of vapor come out. Turn it off, then put your bag on, and it starts milky as milky can be from the start instead of building up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. That is a serious pro tip.
Dude, it's changed the bag game, bro, for me, because I get a nice full milky bag every time.
Yeah.
Except for towards the end, obviously, because it's going to start dropping as the material gets used. But, dude, look at how milky this first bag is, dude.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like, once I moved it up just a few degrees and got it, at this point, like, first bag isn't super milky, but it's not disappointing. Second bag was like getting better. So we're still trying to dial this guy in and get used to it. But I've had a sesh with the wife, and I did a couple bags on this particular bowl before the show. So like, there we go. So like, yeah, not super dense right now.
That bag looks way thicker, too.
It's definitely pretty wide.
No, I'm
Wide,
just talking about
bag.
talking about the material itself.
It's way more crackly than yours.
Well, I try to make sure I don't put mine close to the mic because I know it crackles.
Yeah, but that one sounds like it crackles more than like the bag at Will's, and I assume that the bag at Will's is like what you would have, right?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. So it obviously has that sound, but like Sean sounds more like the shit that would be around like a little Christmas bowl basket.
Like cellophane almost.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a food grade plastic bag. I will say part of it too is like, obviously the mic I use being what it is, it definitely picks up things, certain frequencies really well.
Oh, dudes, by the way, since we're talking microphones, no, Sean, I haven't got that one from Will yet, but it should be on its way soon. But I recently figured out a way to kind of combat my audio issues myself without having to have someone tell me that my microphone's not working properly. I figured out that like if I turn the volume for my headphones way up on my mixer and just turn everything else down just on my PC, I can actually hear the vocal monitoring so much better to where I can tell if my microphone is working or not, or if I need to get closer or farther away, because I can actually hear myself now.
Isn't it weird how like
But
at
dude,
first that shit is so hard to deal with, and then like it becomes something you almost can't live without?
well, it's just when it comes to stuff that like this or like what we do with like the green room and stuff, being able to hear your audio, I know a lot of people it throws you off, but I'll tell you what, it helps out so much because it helps with distance. It also helps with not talking over people and stuff. You know what I mean? Because you can kind of hear yourself kind of clipping over people if you try to jump in or stuff like that. But dude, it's been a big help. But the one thing that I forgot to do once I turned up my mixer is I booted up Call of Duty and went to the old firing range because I was messing with some loadouts, and I forgot to turn the volume down.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
I fucking damn near blew my eardrums out, bro. It was like I was at a legit firing range without fucking ear protection, dude. It was ridiculous.
That sounds awful.
I about shit myself, dude. It was so loud.
Yeah,
But-
that sounds like an awful experience.
Yeah. But after that catastrophe, I've adjusted volumes, and so far so good. What I think my main problem is I really just need to find a better place to mount my mic to where it doesn't get bumped and hit as often. But figuring out where to put that and not have it in the way of monitors and in the camera and like all that stuff is just, it's a whole other thing, dude.
Yeah, it's hell. I understand. Look, I mean, I'm sacrificing right now with this little bit. I'm like, I have to deal with it. I can't live.
Because like, I know I could put it like to where it's like up and over a monitor, and it'd be way easier because it'd be mounted to the back of my desk. Nothing is going to hit it, and it'd be literally in the perfect spot. But then I won't be able to see my second monitor I have on my desk, which honestly I hardly really look at anyways, unless I'm like in Discord. It's weird, dude, because like I have monitors that I have 3, obviously, and they're all like designated for certain things. You know what I mean? Like I have one that the only thing that really it's ever used for is Discord. That's it. Discord's there, and that it just stays there. And then I got my new one, my fancy new monitor that I only use for Call of Duty. And sometimes I'll watch some videos on it if I'm wearing headphones, because otherwise I'll put it on my TV and watch YouTube on my TV because it's a bigger fucking screen, obviously. Better for, viewing purposes and the such as. And that's the only thing that I do all my internet searching and YouTube scrolling and all that on that monitor. So it's like I got one for gaming, one for Discord, one for YouTube, and there's always something going on, but I'm only looking at one at a time. You know what I mean? It's kind of ridiculous, because then there's times when I'm not even playing Call of Duty where my gaming monitor is literally just not being used. There's nothing on it. So half the time I just turn it off and just turn it on when I'm gaming. But like right now for like this, I have my Zoom on it because it's easier to see. And then I've got, Google up just in case I want to look something up. Because honestly, dude, you guys look so crispy on this monitor, especially when I full screen you guys. Like, it's like we're almost in the same room, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, especially if I were to go like this and go old school. How do I do this?
Biggest speaker view like the viewers get.
What does immersive do? Oh no, that's dumb. Oh, what? Hold on. Okay, this might be. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Did that happen to you guys?
Yeah, that's on my screen too.
But what's weird is, am I not cut out?
Yeah, you're the only one that's not cut out, dude. That's so funny. Sorry, guys. I'm messing with things just because I saw it.
Dude, I actually kind of like that, though.
This is kind of cool, bro, because it's like we're literally sitting next to each other.
I'm just.
It is kind of fucking with me that Sean's not green.
Yeah,
I know.
It's definitely fucking with me.
All right, let me.
But I like it.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm bummed that for some reason my shit was like, nah, you don't get to be green.
You don't get to play. Out. Yeah, you don't get to play.
Because that would be sick. Talk about a way to shoot the podcast going forward. Damn.
Right. So interesting, dude. We'll have to mess with it.
So we are at the 4th bag on this material. It's pretty spent now.
What's kind of cool about that too, Sean, is the fact that the chamber is glass. You can actually see your material and see when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of cool, because there's times where I just like keep going on bags, and then I start filling one up when it's already done, and like I get pretty much just a bag full of hot air. I'm like, I should have just looked at it.
I appreciate too that they send it in every package this nice little glass stirring tool.
That's sick.
And obviously, like the way it's designed on the other end, yeah, it makes a nice little tamper so that you can get a good even distribution. Like, as somebody who had one of the old school box style,
I think I've used one of those, Sean. Maybe not that model.
Quite possibly.
Because I believe my cousin let me borrow one for like a night. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, this thing's pretty fucking dope. Basically, like, I saw that they were running Stores and Bickle sales, and I looked at the prices and was like, those are really good prices, but it's still really steep for me. Like, we've talked about it before, like, it's just, My brain looks at it and goes, okay, I could get that for $400 something. Cool. But I could do so much more with $400 than just buy a vaporizer. So like this.
See, I'm the other way. I justify it by like, dude, I buy so much pointless shit anyway. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, now I just won't go to the fucking the fucking convenience store or gas station and grab 5 or 6 things every time. You know what I mean? Oh, maybe I'm not eating fucking Jack in the Box every day this week. You know what I mean? Or if I am, sorry, dude, you're just getting 2 tacos, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have to skip out on the old fucking large Coke this week.
The cool thing, man, was that like
no large Coke, and you can't go to the dollar store and spend $25 on candy.
Can we talk about this for a second too, just because I brought it up? I have turned into a no ice guy in my soft drinks from restaurants. It's just how I order it every time now, because I do it for work, because in the shop during the summertime, it gets so hot. If you have ice in your fucking cup and it's not insulated, it's just water, in 20, 30 minutes. So what I started doing was just not getting ice. And then what I do is I just throw a couple cubes in from the fucking, whatchamacallit, because we got an ice maker at the shop. So I'll just throw a little bit in. So I only get a little water down instead of it fucking all watering down. And it stays cold for pretty decent time when you first get it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
now
so scared of my shop for
now.
summer. Oh,
that
God.
You get so much more, dude. Think about the displacement of the ice and the soda.
So
without, you get so much more.
And except for certain places, because there are some places that they're like McDonald's, because of the machines. You order no ice, you get what the quantity is without the ice.
Luckily, the one I go to just give you the little.
Oh, they're cool. They're cool. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, every place I go, they still top it off, dude. My favorite place to go, though, is Jack in the Box, because they have the freestyle machines. And it's like, oh, what flavor combination do I want today? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's usually cherry and then something else. But do you know what my big thing has been lately, dude? Because you can't find it in the store, but you can get it in a freestyle machine and you can get it in as a fucking icy. Cherry Fanta.
Cherry Fanta.
Yeah, dude. There's only one place I've known that you can actually get cherry Fanta out of the fountain, and it's this burger spot that I used to go to in Upland area called Legends, and they have it. And I'm like, dude, with that, if you can find that on tap and they got Coke, bro, you do some of that, some Coke, and it's the best cherry Coke you've ever had. It's like if you go to a place and they put like the cherry syrup in there instead of like actually doing the cherry. Dude, fire. Anyways,
you
or
can't
cherry
get that
Sprite.
at Wendy's. At Wendy's, they have Fanta.
Not
cherry,
dude.
They'd have cherry. Fuck, it's crazy.
The only ones that I ever see out in the wild are orange and strawberry.
Really, I only ever see orange and grape.
I'm talking
here.
fountain.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
only the orange and grape.
I never see grape.
I never see strawberry. That's wild.
I've seen all 3, but I feel like there's maybe even more.
Oh, there's like
like when you go to Wendy's.
I don't know. I don't go to Wendy's.
They have one of these like Coke machines that's like inside that you can like make the.
Oh, that's a freestyle
combos.
machine.
Yeah, like the freestyle machine.
About. Yeah, that's a totally. I'm talking about not in the freestyle machine.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, those ones are fire, dude.
Dude, with the freestyle, I go for the Minute Maid lemonade and start mixing flavors, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, you can make some fire lemonades.
Maybe I need to start doing that, dude. Switching up from the old sody pops and grabbing a lemonade or maybe like a tea or something from time to time and not guzzling down the carbonated beverages. But dude, I love the bubbles, bro.
The thing for me was like, I just needed to like do something without caffeine. When I'm hitting one of those spots where those kind of machines are, I'm usually grabbing like a Dr. Pepper if it's a Coke machine. You know what I mean? So like
cherry Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, like making a cherry Dr. Pepper's fire. But if I'm grabbing a burger at Five Guys at 6, 7 o'clock at night, I'm starting to get to a point in my life where I'm like, I could just have a lemonade with my burger. That'll be delicious, And that's, it's working. It works, Helps. What I'm learning is that it makes for more restful sleep. It's not that I can't go to sleep because I consume a bunch of caffeine. It's just that my sleep's not as restful.
I've kind of been making a point to actually switch up and not get caffeinated soda. I've been a big Sprite guy lately. Sprite, no ice, dude. Because I get the bubbles. I don't get the caffeine, which I don't really need anyway because I've already drank like a Monster that day, which I drink every morning, which is another thing that needs to change. I need to switch that up to like a coffee or something. But dude, my problem with coffee, we've talked about this before. If I drink a cup of coffee in the morning and get a little bit of nicotine in my system, in about 5 to 10 minutes, I am taking a deuce. It's just
that's most of us.
It's brutal. But the thing is, dude, is like I have shit to do. I can't fucking sit there and, go take a shit right first thing in the morning. Or maybe I just need to start getting up earlier.
I was going to say, like, you could just do it on your way to work. Like, you get the coffee on your way to work, and then once you get to work, you just walk in.
Well, the big key is, too, now is I don't have the hour commute back and forth to work. So that was the big problem is I stopped doing it because it would happen on the way to work, and I'd be running through the door like, I got to shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I got to figure out a way to avoid this. So.
Yeah.
My problem is though, my main problem is I don't necessarily just drink the Monster for the caffeine. That's just an added benefit. I enjoy the taste, dude. I just like it, bro. If they had a non-caffeinated Monster that tasted exactly like that, I would drink it, dude, because I just enjoy how it tastes. You know what I mean? It's weird, but I just do.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a weird angle. I'm just going to do the podcast like this, the rest of the podcast. It's like I'm looking at you, Sean. And on my screen, I'm looking directly at you. Like, I know it's probably on maybe speaker mode for those that are watching, but on my screen, I'm looking right at you, bro.
Yo, it reminds me of, remember when Mike Vapes would do those, like, random vlogs or those random lives where you just hang out and shoot the shit with the chat? And
he'd always be like that.
Yeah, he'd just use this, like, long view of the room, and he'd be watching his screen, and he'd not be looking at the camera at all, just hanging out, shooting the shit, like, hey guys, what's going on?
The chat.
Yeah, like, there's something I liked about that approach, to be honest. Like, I thought that was like, how would I say this? Like I'm just a regular guy hanging out kind of a vibe, which that is Mike Vapes.
Dude, honestly, I remember I was because as you were saying that, I was trying to think of somebody else that did that, and I was like, I remember when the Vape and Bogan first started doing reviews. He would I'm pretty sure he would stand in like his living room. Like, I don't even remember him being at a desk in like the first like while that he did videos. And
bro,
it was hilarious. Like, to be honest, I always thought he was funny.
YouTube just suggested to me a video from a vape reviewer I used to watch way back in the day who I forgot all about. He was an e-liquid reviewer, and with a million e-liquids at the time, like, it was like, you can't like all of them, bro. Stop it. Like, you're boring. But for some reason, it was like, yeah, hey, you might like this video. And it was this old e-liquid reviewer I used to watch, and now he's out here reviewing restaurants. And I was like, that is such a natural progression. Like, running out of e-liquids to review. Dude. Like, let's go check out some restaurants.
Who knows? Maybe he has a good palate, dude.
Hey, shout out to Donnie MFNG, man. If you guys want to see what he's all about and check out his restaurant reviews, I haven't looked at any of them. I was like just blown away that there was a name I hadn't thought about in 5 years at least. And all of a sudden I was like, hey, here's a blast from your past. Bang. Good old YouTube algorithm is like, You used to watch this guy's videos. You watch a lot of videos about food. Check it out.
Dude, algorithms, they're like something that I don't like.
I don't really like, bro, because honestly,
I don't like them one bit.
my fucking For You page on YouTube, like the fucking suggested shit, changes so much every day that it's like sometimes I remember finding something the day before but not clicking the video. And then I try to go back and look for it and I can't find it because it's got all kinds of different other shit on there. Because I may have watched like this podcast or I watched a video on this show or this movie or whatever, and then all of a sudden that's all that's in my fucking shit. Dude, I get so many fucking spoilers, dude. It sucks.
That's a fresh bag, fresh material.
Nice. You watch one theory video on like a show or a movie, bro, and then all of a sudden, dude, it starts sending you everything. And of course, in the fucking thumbnails, they got to put fucking pictures and images or that are fucking spoilers of characters or events or objects of the fuck. Dude, I hate it. I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. That's why I don't subscribe to anybody anymore. Other than like people I know. Or like things that I know or like things that I'm going to continue watching. So, dude, they just give me bullshit.
It's wild, dude. It's wild.
I don't like anything. I don't click nothing, dude. I just press play. That's all I do.
Dude, okay. On this it's like a same sort of topic. Anybody out there, and obviously you guys, have you guys ever used a Spotify DJ?
Nope, and I will never do it.
Sean, have you ever used a Spotify DJ?
For all of about 5 minutes.
Okay. So I've used it probably, I'm going to say at least like 25 different occasions. And probably, I don't know, we'll say maybe 25 hours. We'll say 25 times an hour a time and on average. It's like, sometimes, dude, it'll play a block of songs that are amazing. You're like, this is unbelievable. This fucking AI like knows exactly what I want to hear right now. And then all of a sudden it'll go through an entire like block of songs that are like not even in English, totally different kind of fucking music style. And you'll be like, no. You'll just skip, and then all of a sudden it'll like be like, oh, okay, I guess I can't feed him this stuff, and then it'll be like some other random shit. It's like, why aren't you catering it to what I listen to? I don't get it.
Well, that's what the catered playlists are for.
No, I appreciate that. But like,
because that's the thing, right? Like, when you think about what radio is, right? You listen to a radio station, like if you're into new music on the radio, listen to a radio station and you discover new music because the radio played it. So that's kind of the aim of that, right? It's just Spotify has such a catalog it can pull from. It's going to go into some weird directions.
Oh, it goes in some weird directions. Now, I will say that it has shown me a few things that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then, like, I liked it.
I'll say this, because we're talking about this idea of algorithms in music. The YouTube algorithm gave me a band that has now become one of my new favorite bands. So sometimes it works to your advantage. Because I don't even remember what video I had finished watching, but in the suggested videos that, pop up on the screen, I see this one thumbnail. And what catches my eye is that the logo looks like the logo of a death metal band. Like those really like hard, sharp lines. You can't tell what the fucking name is, right?
Mm.
But I see a person with a saxophone on the stage. And my head goes, what is this? Am I about to hear metal with a saxophone in it? I'm very intrigued. Click. And what I encountered was a band that is so diverse in influence and sound and style that you could be listening to a song that is pop punk and country at the same time. Like,
Okay.
without any joking, it really is looking to me like the new album that they are putting together right now. That is its whole direction, is this like kind of pop punk country sound. And it's really good. And so like I fell down this whole rabbit hole. So for those who are now super intrigued, the band is called Bill Murray.
Dope name.
Bilmuri. Bill Murray. What makes this even more interesting is that like the deeper and deeper I've gotten into this catalog, it's got like elements of electronic dance music. It's got elements of hardcore, elements of, you know, like emo, pop punk, like I said, country. There's just so many things and sounds and influences. There's a song I listened to that straight up sounds like a Cure song. Like, I was so confused by this band. I just kept getting deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole and became hooked. Blew my mind. And all because the YouTube algorithm was like, hey, try this. Here's a person playing a saxophone, and it looks like a death metal band. Haha. It's not a death metal band. But yes, the saxophone is a recurring instrument theme throughout music. So, like, you are hearing saxophone solos throughout different songs, and it's just mind-blowing. Blew my mind. I was like, I'm so enamored by this band.
It's like, you guys remember how people, like, or at least, like, people that I knew when I was growing up, when Yellow Card came out and they had a fucking fiddle player, dude? Everybody's like, what the fuck?
Mm.
I thought that shit was pretty sick, dude. I was like, dude, that's fucking hardcore, dude. No, not really, but that was pretty dope, though. Just 'cause I was just, like, into music so much at that time that I just, like, appreciated all different instruments. So to see, like, a fucking violin and, like, a fucking whatever... What genre is that considered? I've also come to find out that I'm genre illiterate. Like, I don't really know, other than like what's like, I guess, mainstream or what the type of music that I listen to. Like, because I was sitting in a conversation of some metalheads, and they were talking about like all the different subsects of like metal, and like they're naming shit that I've never even heard of, dude. And I was just like, I am so lost right now. But anyways, that's besides the point. No, I actually forgot where I was at to begin with. But
no, it is totally okay for you to be completely lost with these genres because it's out of control.
Yeah, dude. Because like, there's what I'm trying to like remember some that they were talking about. Like,
yeah, because like with metal, you've got like metalcore, screamo, thrash, death metal, black metal, fucking the list goes on and on. Hardcore, fucking crabcore, deathcore, like who knows what else? There's fucking spongecore, SpongeBob metal.
or like, what was this other one? Baby metal?
Yeah, baby metal. Yep. It's super heavy metal, but it is typically played by like Japanese all-girl bands, and they have this like super adorable kind of voice, you know, typical anime kind of voice.
Whoa.
It's creepy, but some people love it. Yeah, it's wild.
I don't even know anymore, bro.
But it's like people will debate genres to the death, like on some of that shit. And at the end of the day, man, if it moves you, it moves you. That's, I think, what makes art special. It can move you. And not every piece of art moves everybody. So,
Yeah,
you know?
Let's be honest. There's some shit that I ain't gonna get down to. Like
What? You're not a
It's really
Tekashi
good.
6ix9ine fan?
no, most likely not.
Dude
I
with
don't
the
know.
Skittle teeth?
Yeah, I know who he is, but I don't know if I've really even heard many of his songs or like listen to it.
I don't
know?
think I've ever actually
Yeah, good.
listened to him. I've looked at him and been like, I can't even take this kid seriously enough to listen to
Well,
him.
half of the new stuff I'm not really listening to. Really,
I think that's where the AI DJ can be something that like is helpful. Is it like it can feed you some cool new bands though?
Dude, it can. And like I can't think of a specific one right now, but there's definitely some that I've liked at this point, you know, maybe even like 7 or 8 of their songs on like a band that I just like had never heard of before, and then just started to like pile on the likes because it got brought to me by, well, I can't remember the DJ's name.
he's not a real DJ, dude.
So the DJ has a name, Chris?
Yeah.
He's not a real DJ, dude.
Hey, one sec.
He doesn't exist, bro. He's not real. Don't give him a name, dude. You may give him a name, then then he's fucking.
Yeah, that's
That's the number one mistake that people and technology have is once you name it, dude, that's when things go wrong.
so true.
So I'm going to tell you what he says. DJX. There you go.
He says his name is DJX.
Said, yo, what's going on? It's
Well,
your
let's say
DJX
this.
here.
for an AI DJ, his creativity is not off on a great start as far as
No, it's definitely not. But he threw it right into May 16th by Lagwagon, which is a fucking banger. So that's what I'm saying. You know, he like comes in hot with a great
You know
track.
who else can do that?
Me.
Yeah, me. Not only that, dude, but like, here's the thing. I talk shit about the AI DJ, but like Sean, I am not against checking out the curated playlists that they make for you based off of things you listen to. Because what it is it's literally majority of just those songs in a playlist with a couple others from the same artist or people like along the same lines or with features from said artists.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you listen to this guy? Well, he also did a track with this dude, so check him out.
Yeah. So it's not like as like wild as like getting something that from somebody I've never heard of before. Even though there has been a couple that's happened with, that's been cool. But other than that, like,
I think that another cool technique, right, is like, say you have a playlist you use all the time. Like, for example, I made a dope punk playlist that I used to listen to at the gym all the time. I can now go and have Spotify create a radio station based off my playlist.
yeah, or you can just go to an artist and click like their station or like whatever, and then you get like songs from that artist and artists like them.
Cool little techniques and hacks that you can use to kind of make the tech of
Which
Spotify.
in reality just makes you the AI DJ. You can name yourself DJX.
There we go. Hey!
Sorry, Chris. We're not ripping on you, dude. We're ripping on the DJ.
No, dude, you're good. Actually, I need to turn my music down. So I was like not hearing every single word. Once I heard this song though, I just like turned it up to like 3/4 volume.
It's like, oh,
Normally
let's
I have
turn
it
it
at
up to
25.
10, dude.
The what?
So let's turn it up to 10, dude. You got to bump this one.
Yeah, bud. Bump it or dump it. He said, fucking bump it, kid.
Yeah, dude, I'm so curious how this is going to work.
Shit.
Like, if I'm going to get a number of good songs in a row before all of a sudden it's weird, or because sometimes, dude, it will run them. It'll run good tracks for 30 minutes straight. And that's
Can't all
not
be
because
winners.
there's like the decline is in that 30 minutes. For anybody that doesn't know, an album, but it's also just one song by NoFX that's like 18 minutes long.
Is that what it threw it into?
No, but I threw it into a Less Than Jake song that I like.
That's a winner. Little LTJ. God, they've been around for a long time.
Dude, they've been around since I was probably like 10.
Say like they
11.
They formed in like what, mid-90s, right?
Since the
earlier than that.
90s.
Dude, in like 1995, I had not even their first album. I'm pretty sure that Hello Rockview came out in 1995. Or not Hello Rockview. Oh my goodness. Losing Streak. Fuck. I was like, how can I forget that? Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure though.
I remember falling into Less Than Jake because of a skating game on the PlayStation. It was All My Best Friends Are Metalheads.
Oh, dude, that sounds a banger.
Yeah, like it was on that skating game, and I was like, "Who is this?"
Was
And I found out it was Less Than Jake, and I was like, "Oh, I like this."
Was it
And
from
that set
Tony
me down
Hawk,
that
dude?
rabbit
Because
hole.
that's where I got a lot of my punk music from. Was
Less Than Jake. I'm trying to remember if they. I don't know if they ever did have a game a song on there.
because dude, they had bangers on there, dude.
They did have some bangers.
Oh, they did.
Dude, that
Millen
song I was just
Collin was
playing.
on like every extreme sports game ever.
Yeah, Millen Collin was on Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Like,
Penguins and Polar Bears, I'm pretty sure was on there.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there was like 2 or 3 on Dave Mira's BMX. I had some weird off skating games too, like I can't remember their names because they were just like so ghetto. Nobody else owned them but me. That's where I discovered Less Than Jake, was on one of those games, and I was like, dude, this is a banger. And this was in that era where like, it was the cool secret that you could take a PlayStation game and put it in your CD player, and if you just skipped to track 2, you had the whole soundtrack of the game. So like, yeah, we were
Less Than
about that
Jake,
life.
Formed in 1992, and Losing Streak came out in 1996.
Band is over 30 years old.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I was 16. I was 16 when Losing Streak came out.
Are they
I would have
still
been in
ripping?
like grade 10.
They still touring?
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah!
Actually, like it was maybe a week or 2 ago, I got notified that Less Than Jake was going to be like within 500 miles or something from where I lived playing a show. I was like, oh, thanks for the update. 500 miles away. That's it.
Like, cool. I'll plan a vacation around it. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, dude, they're still ripping it. I mean, I would guess that they're probably in their like early 50s. So I guess there's plenty of bands that kind of still perform and shred and tour and all that stuff that are older, but
Well, yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure, dude.
and ones that have made
Fucking
way more money than
Stones are
Less
still
Than
doing
Jake.
it.
Yeah, I was saying the
That's for damn
Stones.
sure.
The Stones are still out there, bro. So,
Dude, did Kiss?
yeah,
sure
dude,
that, like,
they've come
Kiss
back.
still plays.
I don't think they tour anymore. I think that they've did their final.
Did they do like their like we're
Final.
absolutely done?
Yeah, like they might do a one-off appearance, maybe. I don't know.
They might do like some corporate shit, but they're not going to be doing like like stadiums or
do a thing in Vegas to make a little quick cash. Probably.
Yeah, they might do one of those maybe. A lot of people are doing that type of stuff lately.
Speaking of Vegas,
Dude, did you see Phish at the Sphere, bro?
I was just gonna say that
Well,
Phish
who
played
knew
the
that
fucking
dude?
Sphere.
They're doing a residency, bro.
Yo,
What? Are you serious? At the
Yeah,
Sphere?
dude, that makes me so pissed that I didn't go, dude. That would have been so sick on 420, bro.
Yo, I saw a video of for it pop up on YouTube so you could watch the concert, and I was like, no fucking way.
Dude, it's nuts, bro.
Like, it looks like one of the most incredible ways to experience a Phish show.
Dude,
Like, if
Google that shit, Chris, if you haven't seen it, because that shit's crazy.
What is it? Sorry.
Phish at the Sphere.
Okay, I'll Google that right now.
PH though.
Yeah. I knew you meant Phish the band.
it's weird. As I've gotten older, I've really started to get into jam bands.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Sean. Here's the thing: it's a vibe, bro.
It is.
Not only that, but if you're like, this is the key to jam bands, dude. Is you don't necessarily listen to everything all at once. You pick out sections of the band to listen to at different points throughout the show. And that's where you get like this crazy fucking thing. Because, dude, there's points throughout the entire show where there's improvisation happening for like, who knows, 10, 15 minutes, maybe even shit. Who knows, dude? Long jams in between songs. Because they have like songs, obviously, that people are going to know and be able to like, vibe with. But in between that, dude, they just transition and then they just start passing it around, the different sections of the band. And dude, it's literally just a wave of music, dude.
What I've found is like,
and that's not even on shrooms, bro. I've never even done him.
It's like there's certain styles of jam bands, right? Like there's ones who I find are centered around like Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, for example. I've really gotten into them. Really love that band. Definitely want to go see them live. I've watched a bunch of the live videos. I want to see this concert in person now. But like the way that they write songs, structure it, fall into their jams, their type of just experimental process where they fall in and out of that works for me because there's still like a cohesiveness there. But then you get certain jam bands where like they go a little nuts. They get experimental. Those are the ones that kind of, they scare us a little bit, those of us who are the uninitiated. Like, I had never thought about it truly until I had said to a friend of mine who's a wicked jam band hippie, I was like, yeah, dude, we got tickets to go see Dave Matthews. And she went, whoa, you're a Dave fan? You know that's a jam band, right? And I was like, whoa. You're right.
Yeah, 100%.
Dave's a jam band, and I fucked with Dave heavy. And that was when it hit me, like, there's certain styles of jam bands that I
just gotta find the right vibe, dude.
Like
I'm not crazy into Phish, but like there's a few like songs, and I would be able to go to a Phish show and be able to appreciate it with not be like
that's me, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I could see it,
that sort of thing, because it's so much more than like a audible thing. It's also visual. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not only listening to it, but you're getting to see all that crazy. Dude, that'd be nuts.
Yeah, I feel like that's like I could appreciate it when I'm experiencing it with
they're
Phish.
able to paint the picture of the music they're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
literally on the sphere and give you the vibe that they're trying to set.
I mean, talk about immersive, like 360-degree visual audio experience.
Dude, if you're not doing some sort of psychedelic at that show, I feel like you might be missing out.
I would agree. I feel
even if you just microdosed.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying go crazy, because that, like, dude, I've never done it, and I'm the one saying it. But if I were to go, I would find somewhere that I can get like a little chocolate bar or something and just eat, a little bit.
A little chunky chunk, yeah.
And then just see what happens.
I'll tell you this. Phish's crowd is notorious for the balloon mafia.
Don't know what that is.
Okay, so dude, just one second. Update. Just went through the first block of songs. All of them good. DJ comes in, says something I didn't really hear what he said. Come back. Another really good song. Carry on. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
All right, DJ's doing okay so far.
He's killing it for me right now, for sure.
Right.
They are killing me right now.
He was talking shit earlier, so he stepped his game up.
I totally lost track. Stoner sidetrack.
Damn, bro.
We're talking about jam bands and
about a show.
Yeah, I lost
Oh,
it.
just on jam bands. Hopefully you find it. But on jam bands, I honestly don't really like jam bands that much, other than like maybe the most not single, but like the most like Dave Matthews. Like I don't think that I'd want to go to a Dave Matthews show, but I can listen to a Dave Matthews album.
Do you like
You know what I
Scarlet
mean?
Begonias?
Yeah, I
You
like
heard
Scarlet
that song?
Begonias. Yeah.
That's a Dead song.
Oh yeah, and like so, there's songs by the Grateful Dead that are like a little bit more concise, I guess, or something. They're not quite as jammed out. So like, I just like a little bit more. I like, dude. I don't know. I like beginnings and ends. I like
Phish
some level of
Phish is on
structure.
that more experimental level, and a Dave is something that you can handle.
Yeah,
Get it.
because like if I went somewhere and like let's say that I'm like at Sean's house and Sean puts on just a Dave Matthews Band album, I'm not going to be like, I really wish he'd fucking change his song. Like in my head, I'm going to be it'll be there. It won't bother me at all. I might not be like fucking tapping my toe, but it won't bother me. But then if we're like just listening to something that like was just like all over fucking just takes fucking 12 minutes for a fucking song, like I probably not into that.
Didn't you say there's a song that you like that was 18 minutes long?
Yeah, but no,
bro?
like James, I want you to listen to it. It's definitely not. It's like it's almost like it's got multiple songs within the song. if that makes sense.
I only said that just because of the length thing. dude.
Yeah, they basically just
I
ran
was just-
tape and did the whole album.
I was just ripping you just to rip you on that. I get
Dude,
why
I
you
saw
like
them
it.
even play
You
that
like-
live, bro.
I also know why you like it so much because how much you like that band. So like it makes sense. So I was just saying it just to rip you on the time because you're like, dude, I don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
Minutes.
Oh, dude, there's some songs that are like crazy long that I just don't understand why they're so long. I'm like, all right, this song was good, but after 5 minutes, I'm like, I don't like this anymore. Like, I'm over this song. And I look and it says it's 8 minutes long or something. It's
have
just
you ever heard
You
of
know,
Dream Theater? You're not
I've heard
gonna
of
like
them,
that
but I honestly
band.
don't like. That's probably why I don't really know anything.
This is like they have the type of music that an album might have 6 or 8 songs and it's still an hour and 20 minutes long.
That's horrible.
But they're like progressive metal, so they're like Rush on steroids.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on with that. Great, talented musicians. I enjoy the shit out of them. But yeah. If you're not somebody who can dig a 16, 18-minute song that is literally all just one song on an album, yeah, they're probably not a band for you.
I like it when it like tells a story, you know what I mean? But there's still like a slight change towards like the emotion might change, or you know what I
Right.
mean, or like the mood of the song might change, like that sort of thing, where it's like maybe setting like a scene or like a, you know what I mean, trying to paint a picture for you as like it's going. Like those I kind of like, but ones that are just long, like I also agree with you, Chris. Ones that are just long just to be long are kind of obnoxious. And I'm not saying I'm like the biggest jam band fan because I can't tell you any others. I mean, oops. I totally just knocked all my fucking monitors out because I was kicking cords under my desk. So you guys disappeared for a second and I panicked. But we're back. What was I saying? I only know of like Phish, the Dead. That's about it.
Mo's pretty decent. I can get into some Mo songs. Like I said, I've gotten into Pigeons. Pigeons is pretty dope. They got that like funk vibe, and I definitely like that funk vibe to it. Yeah, like that's what I'm finding now with that kind of stuff. Is that like there's certain elements of that I can get into. The band Ripe I've been digging a lot. They're not quite a jam band, but they got a little jammy element to them, and they're pretty dope. it's fun experimenting and finding new stuff to listen to. Maybe trying things that you maybe didn't quite enjoy maybe 10 years ago.
But see, that's also part of the cool part of the DJ. Because even when it does do weird shit, sometimes it'll like find you something you're like, oh, okay. So like, dude, now it's playing Leftover Crack. Like, you know that I'm happy.
Yeah, I dig me some Leftover Crack. But it's way different vibe than what you've been listening to.
It is.
You know, from Lagwagon to Leftover Crack. It's definitely a switch.
Is in there too, actually. Pathetic, like from Dudranich.
Yeah, that is a huge jump. Huge jump.
Bag concoction I made of grunts and some of that straw nana infused flour is really doing the trick, dude.
Oh man,
this is the last bag for sure. I lost count. 4, 5.
You said grunts. It made me want to show you. I just took this picture earlier today before the show. This is where my garlic breath runts cross is looking right now. Bam.
Ooh.
Dang, dude, that's like a pretty crazy difference from 3 weeks.
Does it smell sweet right now, dude?
Dude, right now it stinks. It's got that
stanky.
It's got that garlic funk.
It's sticky.
It smells like bad breath. It's definitely getting sticky now. You can see in that picture, like the trichomes are definitely coming.
Get in there and just rub on one of them fucking big fan leaves and just get it all on the fingers and just kind of just.
Oh, I was doing it the other night, and like this is the weird thing.
That's one of my favorite things to do because
like I was plucking some of the like dying ones out, cleaning them out.
Yep. That's when you do it.
And dude, this is the weirdest description, but understanding again that it is a runt strain that is crossed with garlic breath. I got like a sesame chicken vibe, like a Chinese food sauce kind of smell after working with the plant a little bit. Like I got that garlicky note, and it seemed like the runts as it's starting to develop in the bud right now almost comes across like a ginger. Really? So it was like a garlic and ginger kind of an aroma that I was getting on the hands.
Put that shit on a sushi roll and call it a day.
Right. But yeah, they're looking like they're going to be extra frosty. And that's exciting. Been doing a lot of studying now and getting, good proper dry, good cures, what to watch for. So Hopefully we get this right.
I got a question for you, Sean, because I'm not sure if this is something Chris would have done a lot of. But back in the day, when you would get like wax, like shatter, or like, the early days when we only knew it as wax. You know what I mean? Did you ever make like a little worm by rolling out your like concentrate into like a little worm shape and just like putting it inside of a joint and then rolling it up?
100%. I would still do that from time to time today.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, because I haven't done it in a long time, obviously, because I haven't smoked a joint in a long time. But dude, we used to do that, and then we'd take it a step further, and then we'd get like a bunch of fucking keef and shit, and like another wrap of some sort, and like pour that all onto the wrap, and then roll that, put the joint in that, and then roll that up. And then my buddy would call it the California roll.
Ooh.
I only thought of that just because we were talking about sushi.
I used to actually...
it's like multi-layered.
My friends and I, like we would get like black hash, I guess, really. And we'd just like make like the thinnest little like long thing. That's what you'd put in a joint.
Remember we once rolled a blount?
Oh yeah, a hash too. Yeah. What?
A blount. We once rolled a blount.
Blunt in a joint.
We rolled a fat joint, and then we fucking rolled it into the middle of a blunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, we would just...
Because we could.
We would make like extendos where it'd just be like real long ones.
Yeah, dude.
The ones where you put like a couple papers together to where you can make a real big fat one.
Yeah, remember when we couldn't get king size rolling papers, so we only had normal?
Yeah.
We just had to like stick a bunch of these together.
Yeah.
Dude, I would always just do
and
L
hope
papers.
that they all stayed together.
Fucking tearing the gummy off of one and like ripping it apart to fucking glue it all together.
Patch it all up. Yep.
That's how you still got to do that shit if you want to roll up like quarter pounders and shit.
Dude, Raw's actually got some fat ass papers nowadays.
It's true. They've got like a just
hit them up.
They've got like a full sheet. It's just cut it where you need it. You know how crazy that is?
They've got like these crazier, thinner papers now too, to where it's like pretty much nothing.
Yeah, the raw golds. We got a homie out here that I used to do some work with when I was still in the industry. He does a lot of like media work. Check out Camp Canna on Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. He's doing big things right now, and I'm very happy for him. So go check him out, Camp Canna. But yeah, my man's is very fortunate to have gotten a golden ticket to the Raw factory in Spain. And he'd actually documented the whole thing on his social media. And yeah, he was one of the first people who got a chance to try them, and they are apparently very fucking luxurious papers. Which is dope, because I do like a good, thin, light paper like that. If I'm going to roll
I used to always use like Rizlas.
Yeah, the
Rizlas.
Yeah, that feels like a Post-it note to me.
No, see, like there's like multiple different thicknesses and.
Would you get the white pack?
No, I would get it was like almost like a baby blue pack with like silver.
Oh, I've never seen that pack.
They'd be like thinner than zigzag whites.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, dude. They actually had these like black licorice ones too. They were in an orange pack. And those ones you could actually get in a king size like in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah. I'd like a lot of different places would have them.
Did you ever use the wired papers when you were
I anytime I would see somebody, you know what it was like, dude? I don't know. That's when you'd be like, what a fucking noob. Like, that's what you'd think in your head. Like, especially like when I was in high school, if like somebody comes out and they have like the fucking, that's the joint.
Dude, like, I don't know, man.
I never liked them, man. I thought it was lame. But that was just also me being probably an idiot at the time.
I got introduced to them through some old hippie types when I was like a young kid learning to smoke weed. So like in the group of people I hung out with, we all thought they were cool as fuck because we got introduced to them by this like old man stoner who was teaching us all sorts of cool stoner shit. And so like we were like, yeah, dude, wired papers are dope, man. Like, yo, you got a pack of wired Randys, bro? Let's fucking roll up, kid. Like, yeah, like we would get stoked if somebody actually had a pack of those to roll up with.
That would be like the most emergency type shit. Like when I was fucking a youth.
Oh man, those shits were fun,
dude. People would either have like Rizlas or they would have zigzag whites.
Dude,
those would be like the most common things.
I actually have a pack of zigzag white that I keep in the glovey in the car for emergency purposes only. Like, if I'm in a situation,
I used to keep a pack in my wallet, bro. Like back when I used to combust, like I just would have a pack in my wallet. If I was ever out, I was the dude forever, dude. That was like from a teenager, so I had never dropped that habit. I just always would have them in my wallet.
Yeah, it was like I just keep them in the glovey. It's like if I'm ever in a situation where I got the weed, but I got no other way to smoke, get stoned, At least I got these awful papers in here I can roll up with, you know? Because I still feel like Post-it
very
notes.
very serviceable rolling papers.
Listen, I'm not dogging anybody who likes them. You do what you enjoy. I've just gotten so used to using rice paper and things like that now when I go back to trying to use like a classic zigzag white or God forbid an orange, those literally feel like I have a Post-it note paper in my hand now.
Yeah, dude, they're so thick, bro.
You ever use the blues?
So thick. I don't think I've ever seen a zigzag blue either.
Oh, really? My buddy, dude, like that's all he would ever buy. Always zigzag blues. Always.
Yeah, I feel like the
get
white
the king size, bro, because I roll big joints.
Big Easy Wider fans back in the day when we were kids, for sure.
But once I found rice papers and stuff, I used to like Elements for a while, but dude, those things were so thin though that I'd rip them all the time.
Oh,
So
that's what I like about them. Like they are that thin. That's why everything feels like a Post-it note.
Sean, the Rizzles I was talking about are rice paper.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Rieslas as a rice paper out here.
Yeah.
That I like in my experiences, like
if I can't find them here, I know I'll be able to find them when I go back to Ontario in August. And I'm going to try to remember to grab you a pack.
I literally just imagine that there's just not enough demand for them, that most people, like the smoke shops and gas stations and stuff, don't bother to carry them. Because
they might not now. Because I would have been buying them when weed was still not federally legal for recreation.
Yep,
it's true that. That's true.
Now, there's way more opportunity to get them better ones, so they might not. I don't know.
I think it's crazy to me that we've reached that point. You don't even have to know how to roll because you can have a cone that you can just stuff and
it's not the same though, dude. It's not as, to me, it's not as fulfilling.
I agree. I don't think it smokes the same no matter what you do.
No. The one way that I've found that actually makes it smoke pretty decent is if you've got some sort of skewer or something that you slide down the center, down to the mouthpiece and fill it and pack it around it and then leave yourself a nice airway. Then they'll smoke pretty decent. But that's how I do every joint. Just because, dude, that little pathway not only makes it smoke better, but dude, it makes it a hitter.
Have you
take nice rip skis?
Have you seen the Purple Rose Canagar maker?
Yeah, it's very similar.
You're gonna say,
but I would just do that within the joint,
because that shit's dope. Because you could do they have one that goes up to a friggin' ½ ounce, so you can literally pack down super tight a ½ ounce of bud into that chamber.
Forever though.
I know. Talk about a legit Canagar,
yeah, especially depending on what you roll it in. You know what I mean?
If you go the full Canagar route,
I feel like you have to roll that in something pretty thick because otherwise it's just gonna. Well, maybe not.
I feel like you have to do the full Canagar experience at that point. If you're gonna go that big, you got to do the whole sunleaf wrap, sealed up with some nice honey oil. You know what I mean? You got to go big.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to do that now, dude. I would die.
I
would die.
Dude, I couldn't even smoke a fucking 0.5 joint to my face, bro, right now. No way. My throat would feel I don't even know.
It would
feel
brutal,
horrible.
Bro. It would be so
raw.
Brutal. And I would hate myself so much the next day.
Oh, for a few days for me.
That's I'm just saying for the next day, but yeah, probably for the next couple of days because it's gonna linger. But dude, that's the only reason why I can't. It was offered, at the meetup, first night, everybody was there, and I was like, nope, can't do it. Nope, I'm good. Thanks. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Big love to the homie Will.
He used to say I'd never turn down weed, but dude.
But yeah, I took one hit off that pipe and had to turn it down myself afterward.
He's a
and-
masher.
Yeah, he's a nug stuffer, man, and I am not a fan of smoking weed that way.
Break it up and fucking lay it in there real nice. So you got some air path, you know what I mean? And then you got to corner it, you know what I mean? That way you get a nice freshie every time.
Yeah,
There's methods to the madness, people. Come on.
like I understand the reasoning behind people who are nug stuffers, and for you who are nug stuffers, go for it. Get you a pipe that's made for nug stuffing and stuff your fucking hearts out. But you know what, dude? I'm gonna pass on the nug stuff bowls every time. No weed tastes right to me.
And you only burn the outside, dude.
Yeah, like you don't get a proper expression of the terpenes. It's just harsh, and you get mostly just lighter fluid.
Yeah.
So
I'm
like,
gonna hit it so hard to get it the fucking light.
break your shit up, my friends. Break your shit up, and then of course,
Smoke weed every day.
thank you, Nate.
Yep.
Thank you. R.I.P. to the big dog. So,
Dude, did
yeah.
you guys hear the dog pound broke up? No, I'm just kidding. Have you guys seen that video that Snoop Dogg's been posting around? And then apparently they're coming out with a new song, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I
I
was
haven't
hearing
listened
that
to it
like
yet.
right now there's like a bunch of beefs going on.
Oh yeah, there's this whole Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole thing. J. Cole pretty much has stepped out and says, you know what, this is stupid. I don't want a part of it, sort of thing. And like took down his like track that he put out. But I guess Kendrick and Drake are still going at it. Like Kendrick put out this song because everybody was saying like they were like the top three, and like Kendrick, one of the lines in there, he's like, "Fuck the top three, it's just Big Me." Talking about like it's just him, you know what I mean? Like, he's
Yeah.
the best sort of thing. And like I guess there's some other shit. I haven't listened to like the whole songs. I've just obviously heard people talk about it quite a bit. And Drake recently just came out with the song dissing Kendrick, and was saying all kinds of shit too. So like I don't know exactly, you know, if it's just for publicity, if it's legit beef or what, I don't know. But the bits I've heard of Kendrick's verse are pretty fucking. Obviously Kendrick's one of the best at the moment, you know, current. And Drake's up there too, obviously. Otherwise, he wouldn't be part of the conversation. So who knows? And then J. Cole. I think J. Cole's one of those guys that, you know,
J. Cole's a
first he was
sleeper, man.
dude, a lot of people don't fucking give him the appreciation.
I'm
bro.
saying people sleep on him. He is way, way nicer of an MC than I think people really recognize.
Because he's gone kind of back to the old school ways of hip hop of actually like storytelling and telling you some legit shit if you're actually listening to what he's saying, and he's not talking about just bullshit. You know what I mean? And he's doing it with some pretty fucking good, awesome lyrical skills as far as, you know, the songs go. And
Yeah, he can write
he produces
some
too. I
good
think.
music. Like in general, like he knows how to write music really well. And that's
Dude, one thing that's on my playlist constantly that I've been listening to of his is that off-season tape that he came out with. Not a few years ago. I think it was like a year or two ago.
yeah, that shit was like a big deal when it dropped.
Yeah, dude. There's some jams on there, dude.
Yeah, very slept on artist, and yeah, I wouldn't be trying to start anything with J. Cole.
And the thing about it
because-
too is like when I say by jams, I don't necessarily mean like it's something you're gonna bump in the club. I mean, it's just a fucking good ass song. You know what I mean?
It's cool that like there's some artists out there that are like rappers, and they're like artists who are like the people's rappers. And I like that J. Cole is something right in between.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He'll talk to both
Exactly. Like
at the same time.
he knows how to put just enough of the flavor that like the people can dig it, but like those who
you can see his growth too over the years too. If you like go back to like his earlier stuff and like listen to like his earlier stuff to where he is now, you could see how like he's just growing as a person throughout his fucking music because it reflects. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy.
Real. I remember hearing his name coming up and not really knowing anything about him. And then I think, if I remember correctly, it was a Tech 9 track he was featured on that I first heard him rap, and I was like, oh, okay, this dude's dope. I get it now. And admittedly, I'm one of them. I've slept on him. Like, it's not until very recently that I'm like, my attention is turning to J. Cole, because I'm like, oh yeah, dude, like, he really is. He's dope, and he's humble. You know what I mean? He's humble. I respect that. He knows he's good, but he's humble about it.
He's just about the music, bro.
That's it. I love that. I respect the shit out of that.
Well, the music and the culture, but like it's.
But I mean, those are hand in
about
hand.
The money, you know what I mean?
Yeah. As we've talked about, the way that the money runs the industry is a terrifyingly horrible and evil thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Is he independent?
I do believe.
Because I'm not, dude. I don't keep up with that type of shit too much anymore. I just listen to the music because a lot of that shit just is stupid bullshit anyway. Just give me the fucking music. Let me listen. Right,
here's another update. Basically, the last 4 or 5 tracks have been like rap or like hip hop, I guess. Like it was like NF, and then it was Drake. Actually, it was a Drake song. Then there was just MF Doom.
Nice, Doom.
Some bangers.
And right now it's playing Tupac.
All right.
Oh yeah. Apparently, I've heard. I don't know how much truth there is to this, so this is all alleged. But apparently, like I think Drake also like used the AI to have Tupac and Snoop diss Kendrick.
Yeah, it's like part of his diss. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it, so I'm gonna have to go see if I can find it and check it out.
That's lame. That's lame.
It's like the Tupac one. I could see why he's using AI. I was like, why you AI and Snoop though? Why are you bringing Snoop into it? If Snoop wanted to be into it, he would came on and actually did the song.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of Drake. Not for me. But, Jimmy can do his thing.
That's a Degrassi reference for everybody that didn't catch it.
Yep. Do your thing, Jimmy. Do your thing. Started from the bottom apparently means on Degrassi.
No, dude, he started when he was born. He's like from a wealthy family. He like grew up in like one of the richest areas of Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah. Yeah. Sure you did. You don't know what the bottom is, buddy. Honestly, the thing that bugs me the most about Drake... the thing that bugs me the most about Drake is that he does have some really good verses. Like, he's got some verses on songs where I'm like, damn, that is a good fucking verse.
Dude, he rips a lot, though. If you listen to a lot of his verses, they're all like there's quite a few of like some of his biggest songs that he's literally ripping lines from all kinds of different people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Most people like don't notice it because they just think, oh, he referenced that, this or that. But it's like, no, that's not as creative as you think it is.
There was
this works here. Let's just put this here.
There was one that was playing in the shop a while back when I was in the old shop, and his line was like, "All my exes live in Texas. I guess you could call me George Strait." And I looked at this kid that like I knew, was into like Drake and stuff, and I was like, "Bro, there's no fucking way he knew that reference. He had to Google that shit." There's no fucking way he knew who actually did the song All My Exes Live in Texas. He had to have Googled that bitch.
Well, no, I don't know, man. Like, he comes from, maybe he grew up with parents that would listen to that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He does not strike me as a person who would just be able to pull a George Strait reference like that. Like, there's no way. You can't convince me. Oh, man.
But at the end of the day, he's able to do it, man. You know, it's crazy.
You know, that's the fucking crazy thing about art. You know, like, you never know what's going to move people. Lil Wayne comes out and says, you know, I take a picture of a spider, call it webcast, and people go, it's brilliant! And then some of us go, you think that's brilliant? So, you know,
Dude, it's all about the metaphor. It's all about the wordplay. For some
I know.
people, dude, some of the things that he does say, though, like Lil Wayne, for instance, like, there's this one line that, like, there's this video going around, like, he's being interviewed and somebody, like, was telling him a line, and then Wayne was like, woo, he's like, wait, I wrote that? He's like, yeah. He's like, damn. Like, it was fuck.
He didn't even remember it.
It was some wordplay on latex. Something about latex and a late text. That was the scheme.
oh,
And
no.
it was bars, bro. Sean, if you like, I'm sure if you heard it, you're like, okay.
Well, like, this
I'll
thing
give
is
him
like, he says some of the weirdest shit, right? And it's like, at the same time, he's not dumb. Like,
No, not at all, dude.
Like his
if you ever hear him
wordplay is
actually talk.
phenomenal.
But, like, have you actually, like, seen him in, like, interviews with people?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
speaking? He's actually a really intelligent guy. For
Dude,
people.
you said he's not dumb at all. He just, like, he says some wild and weird shit. But like the Spider-Verse, where he literally rhymes spider with spider. But the crazy thing is like, when you start to break down the Spider-Verse is literally him moving with 8 different legs of the same rhyming pattern. Like a spider.
Like a spider.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, here's
watched-
the thing, too. He's been in the game for so long, dude. He's just saying crazy shit because he's running out of shit to fucking say, dude, because he's done said so much already. You know what I mean? Like, there was literally, I watched this video of, like, he was like I think, like, he had, like, this podcast or, like, radio show or something that he was doing where it was, like, him and Eminem. And they were talking about, you know, their writing process and shit, or, like, because they can't remember what they wrote. You know what I mean? Because they've written so much shit already. And it's like when they hear each other come up with some shit, like, God damn it, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like, when you've been in it as long as they have, and continuously putting out project after project after project, like, dude, and just think about the vault that these guys have of just stuff that never
even saw the light of day.
Yeah, but is just sitting on hard drives somewhere. Or,
well, it's like there's a whole alternate version of Lose Yourself.
Oh yeah, the original one.
You know what I mean? Where it's like whole different verses, and they're like, nah, it's gonna do a whole different version. Boom, and then that becomes the one that we all actually know. Like, yeah, it's scary. Tupac had like hundreds and hundreds of songs that never got released that he had just, wasn't satisfied with, just stayed in the vault. How I think about lyric books that, like, out of 100 verses that might have been in them, we used, 7 of them in that one book.
Or ones that have gotten lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got songs that never saw the light of day with some dope verses, for sure. For sure.
A story about T-Pain or something. He was like working on a project, and he had and it was all on his like laptop or whatever in a bag, and he left his bag somewhere, and it fucking got lost or some shit. And he had to literally redo it all. Or something. I'm not sure if it was TPM, but it was somebody talking about something like that. And I was like, dude, could you imagine, dude?
My first music video got lost because of a fucking power surge. Fried the computer.
Technology, bro. That's why I need to do it on film.
Yeah, shit was crazy. I mean, it's a risk we take. It's a thing that happens. But with all of that, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to the end of our time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have been enjoying your listening experience with us. Please give us a like and a follow and all of those good things on whatever platforms that you're experiencing us on. And as always, I'm going to send it around the room. Uncle Chris, take it away.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys. If you guys like what you hear here, come check us out on the Green Room Friday nights from Frames Janklin Vapor YouTube channel. It's a little bit different, but it's a lot the same. There is definitely some similarities. So, the three of us are on it as well. So that's at least one thing that's the same. But come by, chill. We always got a chat going. The chat's always kind of moving pretty good. So you can have a conversation, get to know some people, some fellow Shedheads, if you will. Of course, go to shedtimepodcast.com. Go check it out. You can stream everything on there. Just go there and appreciate it. I think that's everything for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Live your best life. James, go ahead, sir.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for you guys' support. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys leave those 5-star reviews. Chris pretty much mentioned everything that you guys need to know, so go check out all that stuff. Of course, check out the old Patreon if you guys want to get early access to the videos and all that stuff. Other than that, you'll catch us here in the shed doing what we do, so I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out positive vibes. Chris by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them, and a little dab or bag will do you.
Absolutely. So, of course, one last time, ShedtimePodcast.com is a one-stop shop for all things Shedtime Podcast. You can grab a little background information on us, find some links to some friends who've made some music and other cool things, and you can even get a link to the merch shop. Maybe scoop yourself up one of those dope hats you've been seeing Mr. Janklin wear throughout the last few shows, myself included. Any of those things, all available at shedtimepodcast.com, so go check it on out. And other than that, I'll bring it to a close like I do and tell you, don't let the best get you down, be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, be sure and have some fun. It's the Shedtime Podcast, time to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap, Dynavap, Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right. Your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy, Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone Coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Suck, dude.
That thing's crackly, dude.
Sounds like a goddamn taser in my hand right now.